there, how's it going? Ryan Faulkner up here at Set the Pace Triathlon. I'm here to help you get through times when you can't get to the gym because it's either not possible, school's closed, you're home with kids, anything going on out in the outside world as it is right now in March of 2020. We've got a little bit of a situation going on. A lot of people are going to be at home for some periods of time, possibly. You're also going to be not going to have access to a pool. No pools are open. It's not warm enough to swim in open water right now, so that's going to be a little bit of difficulty. But I want to present you with ways that you can keep up with your fitness, keep up with your strength training, do it at home, stuff you could do, tools you can use to help keep you going during those times, and things you can just do around the house. Recording this video, I'm down in my basement, kind of a little section I made in my little home office. But you know, if you got an unfinished basement, finished basement, extra room, whatever, even in your living room or whatever, you can set the stuff up and do a nice workout. Incorporate kids, do it during nap times, do it during quiet times. They go read and do a workout or something like that. But the crux of this video is I'm going to go over the different gear and equipment that you can possibly use if you have it, or the possibility order on Amazon. I'm going to post all the links to different equipment that I'll show you that I have just collected over time. The past I've done product reviews on, so it's really good equipment, and I just really haven't used it that much. But I think now we're going to be faced with a situation where you may have to rely on that kind of stuff just to keep structure, keep routine, even if you're not necessarily, if your events got pushed off or postponed. Maybe it's a good opportunity to kind of go back, revisit the fundamentals, almost treat it like another off season. I know that's not exactly exciting, but I want to present you with some different workouts to use this equipment in. So this first video is going to be to say you can do things in supplement of swimming specifically, and in strength training if you're using gym and equipment. You can do things at home and you can get set up with the proper equipment. So this video is going to specifically go over equipment I would suggest and recommend that everybody uses, or maybe get, or try to find, or dig out of the basement or whatever, so you can do your workouts at home. So the first piece I'm going to bring up is, it's called Surge. So what this is it's a nice big plastic tube that you can fill with water. So you can fill it up as little as you want or as much as you want. If you want a tough workout, this thing is pretty serious because the water moves around, so you have to use those stabilizer muscles to keep this from going around. I did a product review a long time ago. I've done workouts with it here and there. I really like it because it's really awkward, unique, and you can add water, take water out. It's really self-contained. It's easy to put somewhere and get out of the way. So I really like this piece of equipment. The next one is the active motion bar. So this is kind of the same idea, but you don't have to put water in it. But as you're moving around the bar and doing different things, did a product review for this for a while ago, and kind of gives you a little bit added dynamic to it because the weights roll around inside. So I really like this. We'll use this for different workouts. Again, I'll post links so you can go through and have those in the YouTube video description. If you don't have bands, I mean, this is simple enough to just order off Amazon. It's like $10, get to your house, or you know, you can still grab these Walmart's, Targets, whatever, your other little stores and whatever. But these bands are to be good. I use them for lower body work as well as upper body, but especially when we're going to do dry land swimming drills and techniques and workouts and that type of thing. Those are going to be really useful to have on hand. Speaking of bands, it's really good to have a band because this is something that you can put on a stationary object like a pole or a column or whatever, and you could do exercises, working triceps, working the lats, and basically you could hook it up and practice your swimming, get some tension on there, and it's going to be really good. This is going to be a crux of a lot of the workouts I suggest and recommend, doing sets on and off and trying to get those swimming muscles, keep them engaged, keep them strengthened, so when everything kind of comes back to a normal situation, you can get out there and you're not missing as much. You might have to work on a little bit of the cardio, but that's why I suggest staying with your bike rides, staying up with your runs, staying up with doing your higher intensity stuff. Keep the cardio up, because if you keep it up, going back to the pool, it should be like riding a bicycle again. You learned as a kid and you can pick it up as an adult. All you have to do is add a little bit more strength and everything. So this is going to be really key to some of the workouts. Always love me some kettlebells. I got a couple different sizes here at the house. We got one more smaller than this. We got a 5-pounder, but these are really going to be nice and useful, especially doing movements. So work those shoulders, work those lats. I think there's a great opportunity with these. I like my weight vest because you could do tons of workouts with this. I mean, I've beat this to a pulp. I've done a lot of things with it, especially plyometric work. So if you're just doing kind of body weight stuff, if you really don't want to add a bunch of weight and you don't have a weight to add around, this is something that's really straightforward and simple. You can order off Amazon or Walmart, have it delivered to your house, whatever. This is really going to be good. You could do a lot of body weight work, and if you need a little bit more, so you can add a little bit more. I think I add up like 20 or 30 pounds to this thing, and these are really big plates. It's really good workout stuff. Then we kind of go in the higher end. You can have your TRX bands. So we've had these around the house for a little bit. My wife uses them, and I'm going to probably jump in and use them a little bit more often than I would have in the past. So I mean, you get the bands that just hook to anything, and there's a little door attachment. You can do it with a door, shut the door, and do it, or you can attach it to some other stationary object. Just make sure you don't attach it to something that you don't want to get scratched or anything. But that's good to have, something to look at. Gloves. So if you're like me, you have an unfinished basement, grab your beams and do some pull-ups. So it may be uncomfortable. The first few times could be awkward, but gloves, more than just the fingerless workout gloves, because I've got wooden beams above me. I've got steel beams in my basement I can use as well. It has a bigger lip. So pull-ups, reverse pull-ups and front pull, it's going to be a lot of that type of work too that I'm going to recommend and suggest. So, use the things that you have around the house too. So if you've got these mountain biking gloves, they'll protect my fingers and hands. So I do my strength training. It's not going to be a big deal. But when the weather gets nice too, I'm going to take my kids. There's a playground here that has tons of little workout equipment. Keep your social distancing at this time, but you can go out there. You can let them play around. You can do your workout. Or just use everything, like trees in the backyard. If the branches are big enough to do pull-ups or something, you can use that. There's tons of things we can do that doesn't require a gym, doesn't require a pool, that will substitute in the meantime to keep you ready. And you take this as an opportunity for, to get an advantage, to build up that strength, to build up the foundation, your core work, and all that other stuff. So when you come out on the other side of this and everything kind of goes back to a normal situation, you can be ready. So that's my recommendation. These are the different pieces of equipment I would recommend. And even if you got little kids at home, my 4-year-old, she's up to, she's like off the charts in size, height, and everything. She's about 50 pounds. So that's going to be I'm going to use her for workouts. She thinks it's fun to wrestle around. I got my 9-year-old son. He's about 90 pounds. I got my 12-year-old daughter. She's about 100 pounds. So I got different classes of weights there with kids and dynamic situation with them doing different workouts. So I'll post kids workout videos too, because I've been having them, we have kind of a recess time or physical fitness time, and they do their little workout while I'm doing my workout during the day, during lunch. Keep a routine. But these are the items I recommend. So, like again, I'll post links to the Amazon products in the YouTube description, so you can start loading up. And I'm starting to develop my workouts. I'm going to post them all on YouTube. Usually I keep them in reserve for my specific Tri Club virtual membership and send them out to just them. But I'm going to make them public so everybody can view them and look at them and watch them and have good ideas to kind of keep your sanity, subbing them for swim workouts, and be able to keep that strength and routine. Because most of us have, indoor bike trainers. Maybe you have access to a treadmill in your basement or home. Weather's getting nice enough, you can't go outside and run, and you're going to be able to go outside and ride a bike, just maybe not in groups. But I think there's going to be a component, as far as swim goes, to keep everybody in a condition where they can pick back up at the swimming when everything kind of blows over. So that is my recommendations. If you got any questions, put them in the comments, please. I'm making these videos for you guys, so the more information you can give me that you want to hear about, the better. And happy training out there, and you'll hear back from me with more workouts and suggestions.